All right. Hello, Kelsey. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm just feeling a little down today.
So, last time we were in here, we did all of your consents. Would you like to tell me a little bit about what you have going on, what you want to talk about today?
Yeah, I'm just feeling a little, I guess, depressed today. Um, you know, I spent the last 30 years like working my way up from um, the stock room all the way up to general manager at my job, and they recently closed down after financial issues, and I just I'm having a really hard time with that. I have kids at home. They're in middle school. They have a lot of wants. They have a lot of needs. I feel like inadequate. Um, I mean, I did get a $30,000 severance package from work, but that's only going to go so far. And so I guess it's just the stress of the financial burdens right now and losing that job and having the kids. My wife and I are having a lot of tension. Um, and I don't necessarily think it's all just financial. Um, I think, I became depressed from all this, and I've lost myself a lot. And I know that can be really frustrating sometimes for my wife. I just feel like I'm not there for my family, and I don't really know where to go from here. Um, I have tried getting other jobs that are very similar, general manager jobs, but you know, you have to have a college or a high school diploma now, and I don't have that. I don't have that. Some of them require a college degree, and I don't have that. So anything that was going to be close to what I was getting paid, it's just not on the market. It's not there for me. I feel like the world's a little against me as well right now. Um, so I'm just feeling a little unstable.
Now, you said that you felt like the world was against you. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I just feel like the system isn't set up for people like me who don't have that degree or that diploma. And I worked so hard for the last 10 years. Like I've climbed that ladder. I did it on my own, and I feel like it was just taken from me. Um, I had a lot of I had a lot of independence, and now I feel like it's all taken from me, and it's just how do I gain that back if I'm not given the opportunity to? I can't get another job like that. My kids are relying on me. I just feel like this is just a shitty time in my life right now.
Okay, so let me rephrase what you've told me a little bit. So you worked for your company for 10 years. You started at the very bottom in the stock room. You worked all the way up to general manager. Financial troubles within your company, and it shut down. And now you're laid off. You're telling me that you've lost your identity. You're not really sure where to go from here, and that you've been looking for jobs in the same type of wheelhouse as what you were working in,
Yeah,
but a lot of them require degrees.
yeah.
And that's okay. So,
And honestly, I just feel like I mean, you're absolutely right when you say like I lost my identity. Like I don't even know who I am. I don't like. I was general manager. I was a mother of two. I was like me and my wife, we're 50-50. I can't even be that now. With the severance package, I'm barely given the 25%. So who am like? It's just a matter of who am I? Like I don't even have that anymore. I don't even. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go from here. I don't. I'm feeling really down about it.
I understand that would be very frustrating. I do want to tell you I'm taking notes. Are you okay with that?
Yes, that's absolutely
Okay.
fine.
And that's just to help me remember things that we talked about, okay?
Okay.
Um, so can you tell me a little bit more about what you did at your job?
Yeah, I worked in the stock room, and then eventually, I worked my way up, um, which the coworkers were absolutely horrible, like because they didn't like the fact that I didn't have a degree or diploma or whatever you have you like they didn't like any of that, and so they thought I wasn't deserving of it. And working my way up gave me this sense of like power almost or adequacy that I don't have now, and so yeah, I started there in the stock room, and then I worked my way up. I stocked shelves. Then they decided that I was made for a leadership role, so then I became a manager, and I worked in financials for a while. And then I became like general manager over the whole industry. So yeah, I guess I just started to lose some of that power.
So what I'm hearing is over the course of the 10 years that you were at your company, you wore a variety of hats. You learned a lot of different skills.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that. I was a Jill of all trades. So, I did it all. I feel like I guess I didn't really realize like how many skills I've gained and I guess I did. Yeah.
So it sounds like you've really built up a lot of skills. Can you tell me a little bit about what life has been like since you were laid off?
Yeah, so since I've been laid off, my wife and I we have multiple arguments a day, and not just pertaining to money. My stress levels have gone up. Um, are we gonna make this bill? Or are we gonna be able to pay this? And the kids, they're wanting the newest Nikes, the newest name brand, everything, trying to keep up with their peers, and I can't even give them the Walmart brand. Like right now, it's about cutting back, and we're really trying to do that, and I just feel, well, I don't know how I'm feeling. It's just tired. Yeah.
Tired.
Yeah.
So you said your wife and you have been having multiple arguments a day. Do you care to elaborate on that? You said that it's not always money.
Yeah. She says something to me, and I'm so irritable. I snap. And I know deep down it's not her. Like it's not what she said. It's me. It's me. I can't pinpoint it. I just, like she'll be like, you don't have a job now. You're home all day. Like you haven't taken the trash out, and it's just like I don't know. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about what your day looks like when you're at home. I know it sounds like you're very frustrated. You've got all these stressors coming from not working, but then you're having arguments with your spouse, your wife. You mentioned that she gets upset that you're home all day. You haven't done this. You haven't done that. Can you tell me what a typical day for you looks like?
Yeah. Lately, since I've been laid off, lost my job. I get up in the morning, I get the kids ready for school, I take them to school. What I would typically do on the weekends, is do some cleaning and, take the dog out and, go get groceries, run some errands. But I just can't. I can't even get off the couch these days. I spend time just scrolling on my phone. I mean, I kind of start the morning off looking for jobs, and then that just gets me really depressed. So after that, I just kind of lay around all day. Yeah, I cry a lot.
What do you cry about?
Just that I don't think it's ever going to be good. It's ever going to be good in my life again like it was, and I'm not going to be good enough for a job. I mean, clearly I don't have the qualifications that I need, even though I've worked 10 years as a general manager. It's ridiculous and frustrating. So that's where I'm at.
Do you ever talk with your wife about how you're feeling? Like the frustration, or does it seem like it's always arguing?
No, I don't because I feel like if I talk about it, then it's reality. So I just keep it bottled in.
I know you mentioned earlier that you just kind of explode. Do you ever notice times when you are getting close to exploding? Are those times that you've been bottling things in for a while?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I harp on things. And, I mean, yeah, I guess I could do a better job communicating with my wife. And it's not that I don't think that she'd understand. I'm just feeling sorry for myself. I'm feeling hopeless. And, yeah, I explode whenever I'm just keeping it on. But I'm more scared. I'm more scared of facing that by saying it out loud than I am the state of our marriage. I feel like those feelings of inadequacy are a lot stronger for me.
So, I want to take a moment and would you be okay with the role play?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to think for me for just a moment. Okay, pretend like I'm your wife.
Okay.
And, things have been super stressful. Let's pretend like for one moment that I'm going to give you absolutely no judgment. Okay? And you're going to express, I know you've said that you're having trouble communicating. If you could open up and say one thing to your wife to try to let out how you're feeling right now, what would that be? Think about it for a couple minutes if you need to.
Does that have to be one thing?
It can be more than one thing if you want it to be.
I'd probably say, I'm sorry that things are hard right now. I'm sorry that you're the one having to deal with all the financial responsibility. I'm trying. I may look like I'm laying on the couch all the time. It may look like I'm not trying, but I am doing the search on my phone. I can do better by going out. I think I need help in finding a job, and I'm feeling like I'm not good enough. And when I feel I'm not good enough for the world to find another job, then I feel like I'm not good enough for my family, for you, and for myself. And it's hard to show up when I'm feeling like for everyone and for myself when I'm feeling this way. And I'm sorry about not taking the trash out.
How do you think that, first of all, that was very enlightening. How do you feel after having actually said those things?
I feel like a weight's kind of been lifted off my chest. Like I feel like I could just like cry, but not sad tears, like happy tears that like I finally just said it. I had a lot of jitters and anxieties surrounding all those thoughts. So I feel a lot lighter. Yeah.
How do you envision, let's say you went home and you sat down with your wife, how do you envision that conversation going?
I envision it going well. I think it's something that she wants to hear. I think she just wants me to tell her how I'm feeling, and she wants to make sure I'm okay. So it was never about, her judging me or anything like that. It's more about what I'm scared to say out loud, but I envision it going well. I think that she'd be understanding, and I think she'd help me in any way I needed it. She'd support me in any way I needed support. So, it's a high possibility that I could tell her. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a couple of ideas I want to run by you.
Okay.
I want your opinion. Of course, we've talked about before that therapy it's a two-way street. So it's always, us walking together, trying to figure out things that will work together. I've heard you mention a lot of anxiety and a lot of depression. So I have a homework assignment for you.
Okay.
And I'm going to write it down for you so you can take it with you. It's not something that you have to think about all the time, all week. But before our next session, I would really like for you to just put some thought into these moments when you feel low. Okay? Now, you said that you like to get up in the morning times, get your kids ready for school, take them to school, and then you have that kind of decompressed time where you like to scroll on your phone. You start off looking at job applications, but then it turns into just scrolling. So I want you to make a list this week. Anytime that you find yourself really low, I want you to just jot down really quick. You can do it on your phone if you want to. Jot down where you're at, what you were thinking about. And I want you to write down any of those emotions that you're feeling when you're down like that. Okay?
Okay.
I think that will give us something really good to talk about the next time that you come in.
Okay.
Okay? We've got about 5-ish minutes left. I also have one other thing that I want you to think about.
Okay.
So I'm thinking about all of these skills that you possess. And I'm thinking about how, you've mentioned you don't have a college degree, you don't have a high school diploma, you're missing all of these things that would get you into being paid the type of salary that you had before you were laid off. So the other homework assignment, and I'm going to write this down for you as well, I would like for you to go through and make just a very short list. And on this list, I want you to write down all of the things that you would tell a potential employer about yourself if you were given the opportunity. Okay?
Okay.
I know you said that you started in the stockroom. You obviously have organizational skills. You have time management skills, or you would not have been able to have went from here to here. So I want you to think about if you were sat in front of a panel of people that could hire you for a position that you wanted, what are the things that you would want them to know about you? Okay? I really want you to capitalize on those things that you do know how to do, because you don't get from here to here by not knowing how to do things. Okay?
You're right.
So we have a few minutes left.
So, can I lie on my resume?
Absolutely not. You can't lie on a resume. Now, the awesome thing about filling out a resume is, no, you can't lie on your resume. You can't put on there that you have a degree that you don't have, but you can accentuate the things that you are good at. And I guarantee when you bring me back in this list, when you start really thinking about the things that you learned from the very beginning, I want you to think about all the things that it took to get from here to here, point A to point B. There's a lot of skills in there that you probably didn't know when you first started, but you acquired them over time. So those would be the type of things that you would want to put on your resume.
Yeah. Okay. I can do that. So, and this is due by next session?
I would like for you to at least start on it by next session.
Okay.
It's something that we build on over time. I'm not asking you to do a resume. I just want a list of the things that if you were to sit down in front of an employer, that you would be able to say, I know how to do these things.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, so we've got about 2 minutes left. Is there anything else that you would like to talk about?
Yeah, I know we only have 2 minutes left, so it's just really quick. My children, so I haven't told them that I've lost my job.
Okay.
So is that something you feel like I should tell them, or do you think I should just?
Why haven't you told your children that you lost your job yet?
I don't want them to look down on me.
Do you think that they will?
I don't know. I feel really discombobulated lately, and kind of my brain's kind of foggy. So all of everything that that were true to me before, like I don't know if it stands true now. Like before, I would have said no, that they wouldn't, but now I feel like everyone is fine. So why wouldn't my kids? So I feel bad for like hiding it from them as well.
I can't advise you on whether or not to tell your children, but I can say that when you're having these open conversations with your spouse, that might be something that you and she talk about.
Okay.
I think that she might could give you some direction and how to address that.
Okay. Yeah. So this conversation with my spouse that'd probably be very beneficial for me. I feel like it could solve a lot of my issues as well.
I know that you said that you felt a lot of relief after saying those things to me. So I would hope that you would also feel that type of relief after talking with your wife.
Okay. I'm gonna attempt that before next session, so I can let you know how that goes.
I would really like that.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. Are you okay coming back next week at the same time?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to write you down for Wednesday at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Alrighty, Kelsey. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you next week.
Alrighty.